Today's Cowboys Report mailbag is made possible by True Classic. I'm rocking one of their very comfortable polos, and you should too. Promo code ChatSports25 over at trueclassic.com/ChatSports25 gets you 25% off your order. Now, if you guys like our Dallas Cowboys mailbags, we're of course about to get into one here, then like this video. The more likes we get, the more videos we're able to do here. So keep the likes coming all season long. There are some previous super chats I want to get caught up on here. First up from Sam. Will they make a move for a linebacker? Should they employ Micah as a true linebacker on some snaps going forward? Some snaps, sure. But this team is not as impactful when you don't put Micah at defensive end. Now, if it's like 3rd and 2, okay, you can put him at off-ball linebacker. They're probably going to run it there, 3rd and 1, whatever. That's all fine. You can use him situationally, but the vast majority of his snaps need to come as a rusher. He's too good at that spot. As for making a move at linebacker, maybe. Sure would be nice. Leroy Pearson Jr. Do you think Aubrey would have made that 66-yarder? It would have been fun to have seen him try. And then there was some don't give the Patriots momentum. Look, if you lose the game because they returned a kick for you at the end of the game, that you're going to lose that game anyway. I thought the game was out of hand. I want to see if he can do it. Go for the record. I have no complaints about it. Probably not. It's really, really tough to make that kick, but it would have been cool to see. A super thanks from AF Guy 79. Can we stop drafting defensive tackles late first round, even second? Just not worth it. We should have only if someone for like Aaron Donald, Jalen Carter, trade for a vet. Otherwise, don't even bother. We should have Metcalf, McLaurin, plus Matthew Bergeron right now. Don't need first, second round projects that take 3 years to develop. You do have to be patient with Mozzie Smith. That is the reality of where he's at. I think he's getting better each week. Be patient. You might feel pretty good about him come the latter half of the season. I think he's already far advanced of where Tristan Hill was. I did not like Tristan Hill. I did not think he was worth a second-round pick. I thought Mozzie was a much better prospect and better value. Those are the two guys. Also, you were not going to take McLaurin or Metcalf. Cowboys and receiver all in that entire draft. Wasn't going to happen. As for Bergeron, by the way, he's actually kind of just been okay in Atlanta. But yeah, if you wanted him, that would have been the route you would have gone. AF Guy also said, by the way, that he didn't hate the new intro music, but that it's not his favorite. So, a chance to grade the new intro. It's been going for a couple weeks now, but maybe you've heard it. Maybe you just weren't paying attention close enough. That's okay, too. Grade the new intro music A, B, C, D, or F. It is the pinned comment on this video. So go vote if that ad comes here on YouTube. Scrub back and listen to that intro music if you need to as well. All right, another super chat from Leroy Pearson Jr. Can we go 4-0 or maybe 3-1 over the next 4 games? If you can go 3-1 against the Niners, Chargers, Rams, and Eagles, I'm going to be very excited. This stretch right here, this 4-game swing from with the bye mixed in there with 2 primetime games, is a brutal stretch. It is probably the toughest one you're going to face all season long. Although you could make an argument that the Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions stretch you're going to face in December is also pretty tough. You go 3-1 there, I think we're all going to be very, very happy. Eddie Joe, per the NFL, Parsons ranks number 1 in edge pass rush score, leads the NFL in quick pressures, position. I don't know what position rushes are. I don't know much what the abbreviation for position possible. Whatever. Average peak pressure probability, forced turnovers from pressure, extending lead since 2001. So I think he just copy-pasted some stuff. This is all next-gen stats. They're adding some more pass rush metrics in there. The common trend on these is Micah wins, and he wins quickly. He is a fantastic pass rusher. Eddie Joe's numbers are all correct. There are some of those next-gen stats that they've been kind of developing and working on. And Mike is a pretty big outlier in that metric. Now, we mentioned today's show is made possible by True Classic. Fall is here, and although it's not quite cold enough in Texas quite yet, it is about that time of the year to bust out jeans, t-shirts, and hoodies from True Classic. Football season is in full swing, and there's nothing better than watching the game in these ultra-comfortable, perfect-fitting essentials. Everything True Classic makes is crafted with premium fabrics to help you look good and feel good anytime, anywhere, for whatever occasion. The sweatpants, super comfortable. I'm not a big sweatpants guy, although I do like sleeping in them, and they're very comfortable. And I can wear them around the house if I actually don't have to go anywhere for that particular day, which doesn't happen as much, but as the weather gets a little bit cooler, their comfort jeans are fantastic. They look nice, and they got a little bit of stretch. I don't like jeans that are like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, hard. Like they're not very comfortable. I like the True Classic jeans from that perspective. Make the easiest upgrade this fall possible by going to trueclassic.com/chatsports25. The link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. It's trueclassic.com/chatsports25. One more time, trueclassic.com/chatsports25. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. Let's go to the Lunatic, your linebacker eval. Hankins, Mozzie, D-line on rundowns. When they're running up the middle, that duo works well. Now, the Cardinals showed you they won with outside runs. That's where your linebackers and your safeties did not have a good game. Against San Francisco, you have to have those units have a big game. You have to be able to stop those runs. Don't let them get 4 or 5. Hold them to 2 or 3. Third downs, the Niners are great on. You got to get him in there first and foremost. Elmatic 7 is Markquese Bell big enough in the middle? As a throwback thumper, the answer's no. In the more modern-day athletic, undersized, quote-unquote, linebacker, sure. Is this someone I think you can count on in like a 3-4 base defense to go in there and take on some blockers? No. As a weak-side run-and-chase linebacker that can hold up against some tight ends and get in space on those outside zone plays? Yes, he can do that. From Steven, should the Cowboys bring back Randy Gregory? We'll see. There's a lot of pros and cons to it, like, more edge rushers. He'd be pretty cheap. He knows the scheme. He said some mean things on his way out of Dallas. He had issues with the front office. They had issues with them, with the way the contract stuff went down. Does he want to go play with a team that gets some more playing time? So discuss it, sure. I don't know if it's the most likely outcome because the Cowboys like their guys, although Randy was one of their guys. So do you want to bring back Randy Gregory? Y for yes, N for no. Sound off for me in the comment section right now. Brian Parson, as long as we play respectable and competitive football against San Francisco, I'll be happy. We can't beat ourselves. Go Cowboys. I want to win. Now, if you play a competitive game and you don't beat yourself, I'll be able to talk it into, okay, you can still win come playoff time. I want to win. I don't care how pretty it looks. Give me the win, and then I'll be happy. Otherwise, I'll be sad Tom on Sunday night. Leroy Pearson, do you see Trey Lance replacing Cooper Rush next season? Maybe. You can easily get out of the Cooper Rush contract next year. Next preseason, you will see a ton of Trey Lance. And to a certain extent, it might even be Trey Lance against himself for the hypothetical backup quarterback job. If he plays well in the preseason, he'll probably win it. Otherwise, maybe they keep him as quarterback 3 and see what happens after that. The 5th-year option pickup would be due, and they're not going to pick that up. Now, we will be live, of course, for the Cowboys 49ers game on Sunday. We'll be live an hour and a half-ish early before kickoff. Make sure you're subbed. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. The Lunatic, we're losing Dan Quinn next year. Go all in, Steven. Howie would. Howie has been more aggressive. That's Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM, than the Cowboys have been for a while. I would also say I thought for the past 2 years you were going to lose Dan Quinn. At a certain point, you probably will. I wish the Cowboys had been more aggressive last year, but we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for how the Cowboys try to be a little bit more aggressive with their roster moves moving forward. All right, for the truth, JC Forever. Do you think the Cowboys should do more RPOs with Dak this game? we need to get out of the norm. Let me check my numbers here. This is going to surprise you. Where do you guys think that the Cowboys rank among RPO plays run this year? First, is it 25th? Now, I'm basing this off of the Pro Football Reference advanced numbers, so there could be some confusion between play action and RPOs. The Cowboys actually rank second in RPOs pass attempts this year. Now, they haven't run that many off of them, in large part because they've been getting the looks that they want to get off of those, and the majority of RPOs are actually designed to be pass plays. That's what they want. But per Pro Football Reference, they're second. And go back and watch some of those shotgun plays. A lot of those shotgun little play action stuff, it looks like play action, linemen are blocking downfield. That's your cue for it being an RPO. So I think they've actually run a good amount of them so far this season. Anthony, can we get Aaron Donald? Here's the weird dichotomy. If you want Aaron Donald, you need the Rams to start losing a bunch of football games. And that starts with losing against the Eagles on Sunday. So I'm not sure we're cheering for that because no one wants to cheer for Philadelphia. I would not get my hopes up. I think the Rams are going to be competitive enough that they will not be trading Donald this year. Now, maybe there's a player out there, realistic please, that you would like to see the Cowboys go out and trade for. Drop that player's name in the comments section. The great Duke Bothers. Going into this game, what do you think is the Cowboys' weakest unit on the field? Your O-line's healthy. I'm not going to go that route. Linebackers, isn't it? Isn't it linebackers? It's kind of scary because the Niners love the ground game and attacking the middle of the field where you need your linebackers to step up. Gigante. My Eagles fan friend keeps telling me to be really worried about the Cowboys cap in a year or two. Got to pay Lamb, Pollard, Micah, and more. What do I say / is he right? It's very funny to see an Eagles fan concerned about that because the Eagles manage the cap as well as any team in the NFL. They just push the money off into the future. The Eagles have been paying guys left and right. The Cowboys cap is not a problem. Yes, it's going to be expensive for Micah Parsons. I get that. But you're going to get the Tank Lawrence deal off your books by that point. The Zeke deal will be fully off your books. Zach Martin's deal will come off by the time you're actually paying CeeDee Lamb big money. So, no, the salary cap stuff is not a concern for Dallas. They're going to manage it plenty properly. So, Lunatic, they're not people, but edge in the Cowboys versus San Francisco Kickers. DC for life. Your guy's been pretty good this year. Brandon Aubrey. Everyone wanted Jake Moody. The Niners got him with a third-round pick. Why do I feel like someone's going to miss a kick in that game that matters? Just feels like that's how it's going to go down. Jay Smooth, I hope Dallas uses Hunter Luepke in the red zone more. Dallas has not been good in red zone scoring. They have not. They have really struggled in that area. They need to be better from that perspective. I think Luepke works well as a short yardage back. Their real issue has been they've had some bad luck of they have to get first and goal from the 10. And that's a little bit tougher. I think execution in the run game has been the main issue. Passing game, run the simple stuff. Get your guys open. Do the gallop end zone fade every now and then. That play works really well. They have not run it once this year. Leroy Pearson Jr. To control the edges, do we run 3 linebackers or 3 safeties to slow CMC and Debo? Maybe we can get consistent pressure on Purdy. I think it's going to be the 3 safety look. And Jaron Kearse, from a practical usage perspective, really is a linebacker. He's in the box on the majority of his snaps. So Wilson and Kearse will be around the box. I'm sure they'll do a bunch of middle of the field, cover, do some cover 1 man, cover 1 zone type of looks there, and try to mitigate that middle of the field attacking that the Niners love to do. Elmatic 7, control penalties and turnovers, and we win. That they have not done that 2 years in a row. In fact, they've actually been highly penalized the past 2 years. So if you can be better there, among the many issues this team has had, that is certainly a good first step.